Lions TV, straight down to Rye Harbour, straight back on camera for two videos today. The second will be a preview for New Year's Day, obviously against Oxford, and I won't be there. But now we're starting with the news that Alex Neil has been confirmed by the club as our new head coach. It was the worst kept secret in football after he was put on the camera yesterday with James Berylson during the game away at Coventry. And I'm not too sure what he would have made of Alex Neil. He's come out today and I like what he said straight away. He said, football is an entertainment sport, and I do believe you've got to get the fans on board, but to do that, you've got to show them entertainment, you've got to entertain them. And over the last sort of 5 or 6 weeks, the bottom completely dropped out of what we was doing under Neil Harris, and it just seems to have gone to a very slow, dull, boring lull. Exactly what I felt like, no disrespect to Gary Rowett, what I felt like under him for 4 years. That's how it's felt the last sort of 5 or 6 weeks. We're here to be entertained. That's what you pay your money for. This is your spare time, and in your spare time, you like to relax, you like to get excited, you like to do what you like to do. And if you support Millwall Football Club, you want to see entertainment, you want bums off seats, you want your team all in, and I don't feel that we've had that over the last few weeks. So it's definitely good news as far as I'm concerned that Alex Neil is now manager of the club, or head coach of the club. As I said, that could bring all sorts with it, which I'm not going to delve into in this video. But I said he wasn't my first choice. I'm slowly starting to get excited about it. Now I'm looking more into it. As I say, I'm not one of these people that really focus on other teams' players or managers, but Neil's been promoted from various divisions in Scottish football and, of course, in England with the Premier League and the Championship with Sunderland, Norwich and Hamilton Academicals, and he brings with him his number 2, his assistant head coach, not assistant manager, Martin Canning, who has been there through thick and thin with him, starting right back from Hamilton Academicals. Neil was a defensive midfield player as a player. Canning was a defender as a player. I'm not digging that out. I'm not knocking it, but I'm just saying we've had this before where why are all our coaches, why are they all defensive? On that note, another defensive midfielder, another tough tackling midfielder, Dave Livermore, will stay on as part of Alex Neil's coaching staff. And finally, after 8 long years, Adam Barrett has been found hiding under a table in Calmont Road, and his time at the club is over. Livermore staying on. Look, Livers did the business for Millwall as a player, won the league with us, and he's done brilliant under Neil Harris, and he's done all right during his time in charge, but it's not for me. I feel that it needs a complete freshen up, it needs a complete overhaul, and I'm going to be very interested to see how Alex Neil will try and get into his players straight away. Looks like an older, I've been into that before, Scottish when he isn't. He's actually 43 years old. He joins the club on a long-term deal. But how will he get into his players? He seems like a bit of an aggressive Scottishman. Is that a little bit of a stereotype of hitting with there? But I'm not knocking that. He looks like he means business. He looks like he's not going to take any shit. And he steps up tomorrow for his first game as Millwall manager, New Year's Day, sorry, not tomorrow, with Gary Rowett as his first opponent in the opposition dugout. It's sort of stuff you couldn't make up in football, but just seems to happen. And that's exactly what's going to happen, as Alex Neil will take charge against Gary Rowett's Oxford at the Den on New Year's Day. You can trust that Gary Rowett will do everything he can to ruin the party, but that's going to be another video which I'll put out a bit later on today. But for now, the news has been confirmed by the club that Alex Neil, the 43-year-old Scottishman, joins the club as new head coach on a long-term contract, and he brings Martin Canning to the club with him as his assistant head coach. Dave Livermore will remain as part of the coaching staff. Adam Barrett leaves the club, and Kevin Nugent will go back to his job with Paul Robinson as the under-21s coach. So there you go, that's done and dusted. Alex Neil through the door on a long-term contract, and I really hope he gets it right. We'll find out starting on New Year's Day. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.